Hey guys, you can call me Glitchbite, and welcome back to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. We are going into this because I need to do more stuff. There's still a few endings left to get, and the next one I'm going to go for is a bit interesting. Okay, so what I need to do is absolutely nothing. This is probably one of the easiest things to do, because I just need to get through all of the nights, and we don't have to buy anything, we don't have to salvage anything. As a matter of fact, buying and salvaging hurts this run, because we are going for mediocrity, where we just play the game as boring as possible. Okay. You know, this is... It just occurred to me that this is going to be a very boring, obviously. So I need to figure out something to just fill the space and talk about. Last time I did notice it and I did acknowledge it, but it didn't actually occur to me like what that meant. The credits did give us the new names for these characters, being Scrap Baby, William Afton, Molten Freddy, and Lefty, of course. But those are three really stupid names. I am more than willing to accept Scrap Baby. I think Scrap Baby is a good name. But first of all, Springtrap turning into just William Afton, that's just the corpse in that costume. Like, why did you just decide, like, I get Fazbear Entertainment might not want to associate with the animatronic that caused a lot of kids to go missing several years ago, but you're just calling this animatronic by the name of the mummy guy inside of it, and that's just weird. And, Molten Freddy. What? I'm sorry? What the fuck happened? Why did Lefty get my ass? Lefty shouldn't be in the building.
Your restaurant is now officially
Yeah, okay, great. Shut up. And, like, why did it take so long? Is that just, like, a weird, like, AFK feature? Where Lefty gets you if you just don't turn away from the monitor? Because, like, that should have been a problem much earlier than it was, you would think. Like... God, I forgot what I was going to say, because Lefty came out of left field. Okay. What the? No. I'm sorry. No. That is not how that works. You know what? I'm going to let Lefty kill me, and I am going to reset. Because clearly this is a cursed run. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to have any animatronics for mediocrity. Okay. New game. Now let's see if Lefty's going to be a jerk immediately again. Okay.
Let's see how much.
Also,
Now
how
let's
come...
get started. On your left are your.
Why is it that sometimes I start with 100 and sometimes I start with 200? Anyway. Let's hope that Lefty has
Your
left me
restaurant is
alone.
now officially open.
It looks like Lefty is not here. Thank God. Oh, what the? Why? Why am I... Why am I cursed? I'm not buying anything. I have not gotten to salvage anything, or, you know, I haven't bought anything marked down that would bring something in. I'm scanning for motion, and I'm turning off the fan. I swear to God. I think the game is bugged. I really don't think this is how it's supposed to happen. Like, if I manage to die one more time going for mediocrity, I'll try something else. Because clearly I am too good to be mediocre. And we saw with Bankruptcy that it does show a salvaged animatronic in the building if they get in before the salvage. So... maybe that'll be a good benchmark. As long as everyone is actually there when I salvage them and I throw them out, it should be fine. I mean, yeah, Lefty and also Molten Freddy, which I still haven't gotten to complain about Molten Freddy, can just show up. But, okay. So, my issue with Molten Freddy. Why is it Freddy? Because, like, if you look at the, if you looked at the source code for the Scott Games and FNAF World websites leading up to this game's release, you saw, like, this weird back and forth between Baby and Ennard, which, as you can clearly see, ultimately leads to Baby getting purged and becoming her own separate thing again. Which means that Molten Freddy should be, like, the remainder of Ennard. So why Freddy? Like, is it just because you can't have a Five Nights at Freddy's without Freddy Five Nights? Because, like, even in Sister Location, like, during that, Night 5, like, they were referring to Ballora as the head of Ennard up until, like, that big scooping room reveal.
The hang of this. Now,
so, I don't know what's up with that.
Congratulations on completing your first day. However, your job isn't over just yet. There is another aspect to your
Okay, so you're not in yet.
don't forget Saturday.
Uh-huh.
You want them all to be in one place.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're just gonna go back in. We're not supposed to buy anything, we're not supposed to salvage anything. We're just here to be mediocre. But anyway, that's my big gripe with Molten Freddy. Other than the name, and like how none of these characters have a consistent naming scheme, like, why did, like, Ennard go back to Freddy as opposed to Ballora, a much more interesting character that has not been in nearly as much of the series. Like, even in Sister Location, like, Ballora always had, like, that weird, like, spatial awareness of, like, knowing that you're in her area, and, like, she just wouldn't attack you because you were trying to sneak around. Like, Funtime Freddy was just there to be like, Bon Bon! So, like, I don't get it. And again, Molten Freddy, stupid name. William Afton, stupider name. Like, that would be like if one of the missing children was named, like, George, and Freddy Fazbear was just called George, because there was a dead kid named George in it. But again, Scrap Baby, I'm fine with that name. And Lefty, Lefty's interesting. I'm fine with Lefty. Because, like, Lefty doesn't really need a title at this point, because this is the first Lefty. So I think I might no longer be cursed with random, immediate animatronics. I'd really appreciate it if I could just get through this like normal. But I'm not. I'm gonna keep doing this just to show the game that I do have a pulse. So if there is some weird AFK murder strategy, I won't activate it.
Don't forget Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
Yeah, they'll be in one place. That place just won't be my house. This isn't a house. It's a shop. You know, it is nice that I am still getting, like, food revenue, because, default risks at 3, and I'm not really buying anything for health and safety. I appreciate that there's always something to squeak in these games. You know, it'd be really embarrassing if I just got really unlucky, and I got too many lawsuits to pay off with my mediocrity bucks, so I just went bankrupt again. And that'd suck. I mean, as long as the game doesn't hate me, there shouldn't be any danger with how I'm playing. So, I shouldn't need to buy the upgraded equipment. But the game does really hate me. God, that Night 1 Lefty. I'm still not over that. I mean, I haven't had a lot of time to get over that. That was like 10 minutes ago. But still, that is bull. I'm sorry that this is not interesting at all. But if it makes you feel better, the remaining stuff is going to be very interesting. One of the endings is called Insanity. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Like, I've only skimmed through how to get each of the different endings, so that way I wouldn't be completely spoiled on everything. Like, I know mediocrity is do nothing. I know bankruptcy was not have enough money to pay a lawsuit. And obviously I got completion just from playing the game. But there's Insanity, which sounds really funny. There's, God, what was the other two? There was, like, Lore Master or something, which, obviously, the lore is going to be interesting.
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley. We are unsure of its origins. It is your job to complete the maintenance.
Okay, so Baby is not in yet.
Don't forget Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
Right, and then there's Blacklisted, which had a bunch of steps, and I don't remember any of them. Okay. So we're not getting sued. That's nice. Like, I feel like 2 lawsuits and I just am done. I don't have the money for that. But that shouldn't be an issue. Because we're gonna throw Lefty back out to the streets, and then we're going to do 2 more nights of, just hanging out. Here's a fun fact. I was in the hospital recently. You don't need to know why. Like, it doesn't affect the content. Like, this is all going to flow normally just because of how I record and edit things. But, yeah, a couple days ago I went to the hospital in the middle of the night, and they gave me some medicine. And here's a fun fact about me. I have a very strong gag reflex. So, because of this gag reflex, even though I am 19 years old, I cannot swallow pills. Which creates an issue, because the medicine that the hospital prescribed me only comes in pills, so I have to crush it up and eat it, and it's awful. You know, I actually considered, like, making a little, like, hospital video, like Markiplier style, but, it turns out I don't think to grab my phone before getting taken off in an ambulance. So I didn't really get to record while I was in the hospital. Yeah, this is very boring. I get that that's, like, kind of the point, but still, like, I'm a YouTuber. Give me something to talk about, because I am not interesting enough to talk on my own. Now, moment of truth, let's see if Lefty has snuck his way into my building. So Lefty is still here. Throw him back.
Don't forget Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
That place will not be my pizzeria. Also, I will say, I have no clue how it picks up in the recording. Like, I haven't really noticed while editing. But there are definitely some points where, like, going between the pizzeria and this office, like, it does the noise to turn on the fan, and then it just gets really quiet for a second, and it always trips me up, like, did something break? But no, it's fine. Everything's fine. Also, can we just talk about that clown drawing? Why does that need to exist? Like, I'm completely over Lefty, because, like, he is just one of the Rockstar animatronics. Where does this clown come into play? I don't know why I asked. I don't want this clown to come into play anywhere. What are speedruns like for this game? Because, like, this is a Five Nights at Freddy's game that you can speedrun, because it isn't on a timer. Like, what do the speedruns for this game look like? I mean, technically, FNAF 1 and 2 aren't on a timer if you do, like, that weird combination of buttons that just skips the nights. But that's cheating. Every Five Nights at Freddy's is on a timer except this one. And I guess base game sister location, but the timer is just the cutscene. Okay. And I have not gotten sued. And now it is Saturday, which means we are in the clear. I am very sorry that this video's gonna kind of suck, because this is all it is, but what can you do? I mean, I could probably do a lot of stuff to make this interesting, but I'm not gonna. This is the mediocrity ending. We are going to get a mediocre video. You know, the actual Pizzeria Simulator part of this game is incredibly fun, and it is a shame that I'm not doing that right now. We are almost there. Just 2 more things, and we are clear. I don't know why my first 2 attempts were cursed with random animatronics that had no right being in my building, but it's fine. And there we go. So now this should be its own unique ending.
Congratulations! You've completed a full week on the job, and you've done it in such a lackluster way that no one is proud or disappointed. It's a fine line to walk, but you did it, completing your job with such an efficient level of laziness that we're surprised you're able to dress yourself in the morning. While such a minimalist work ethic is rare, it doesn't mean that we want you back. In fact, it means you should look for employment elsewhere. But before you go, take this certificate of mediocrity. You should be proud. You stood on 2 feet and convinced someone that you could do something, when in fact you couldn't. Now get out.
God, there's so much stank in that. Final fast rating score is 0. And he's so sad. Look at the poor little man. Oh, there we go. We now have 3 certificates. And there's 3 more to go. And there's also the achievements for the various characters. I'm probably going to have to get those on the final playthrough that I do, because I got 3 achievements throughout completion, and then I lost them all when I started bankruptcy. So, thanks for watching. My name has been Glitchbite. This has been Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Goodbye.